What's good, y'all? It is Tempe. TTMPPED, TTMPPED. And today's topic is about healing in order to grow. I don't know why I'm finding it so hard to do this video. And I guess it's because of how broad and wide healing can be considered. You know, for a long time, I always thought I was healing. Like, you know, I went through a lot of crazy stuff as a kid. And I journal, I write, I always have. And I always try to reflect on what has been and what I want to be. And I'm like, you know, why do I still feel like I'm stagnant and I'm not healing? And it was because I didn't actually accept what was. And I don't mean like what was in my life, but who I am. Like, I didn't accept that because of a lot of circumstances, this is who I've become as a person. Like, this is who I am today. And not accepting, and I mean the flaws about me, and I didn't accept it as in loving it about me. I didn't go, oh my God, I'm this way. Okay, that's fine. I guess for a long time was like, I'm this way, I need to change because I'm not healing. It was like this really weird like viewpoint I was having about myself because I had thought that I had to do better at healing myself and do better at feeling better. And I was wondering, why don't I feel good all the time? Why am I not getting dopamine from like situations that made me feel happy as a kid? You know, when I was younger, I would spend a lot of time alone making music. I would do a lot of things, and I didn't realize I would do things to fill in time. So now that I have options on what to do with my time, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm not choosing music the first time. Like, who am I becoming? But I'm realizing a lot of times I was using that as a blanket. My mom, when I was a kid, had made me go to my grandma's house when I was 11 years old. And I had like my 3DS with me, and I had like 2 or 3 games on it. And I can remember like my grandma every single day would like look out the window talking about her dead son and like watch all these church shows and like black and white movies. And I'm 11. I'm a kid that wants to go play, you know, and it's sad looking back. And I would like go on my 3DS and I would be like playing like Mario 3D Land, and it would give me so much dopamine because I wasn't able to have fun, but it was so fun. And she would make fun of me. She's like, oh, you only want to play your game. What the hell else am I supposed to do at 11? And it's kind of, you know, I feel like that was already why I couldn't fucking heal, because I wasn't accepting that I'm bored, you know. And acceptance is the key to heal. When you accept who you are and why you do certain things, you better understand yourself and you can change. You cannot change. I don't mean like, oh, but you can understand who you are and go, is this who I want to be? Do I want to be a person that when I'm bored, I find something to do that may not actually be what I want to do? Like, I want music to be my choice. I want to do it. I want to have, of course, like if I have a song, like procrastination is a real thing, but we have to move with intention and move with purpose, or the things we do will feel dead, you know. And I realized for a long time I wasn't moving with purpose because I had no other choice. I had to feel dead. So I was able to find joy in the little things. Now that I'm older, the little things ain't, you know, I need more. And sometimes I can't get that. And I have to tell my little childhood self, my little inner child, sometimes you have to accept that this boredom. When I was younger, that boredom was my grandma's boredom. It was depression. I was literally inside of her depression. So now I almost sometimes look back like, oh my God, am I fearing boredom because of that, like that loop? And it's amazing because with that understanding, I can now go, okay, like, I'm different now. Like, okay, if I'm bored, let's do something fun. And if I can't find something fun to do, let's not do anything. Let's like relax. Maybe this is a time for relaxation. I'm realizing I control my life. And you might be on a different healing thing. It could be about relationships. It could be about, you know, just how you view yourself. Because I've had crazy ass relationships. I've had, of course, had insecurities. But when you accept that, the relationship was trash and that you will never want that shit again, or that this person doesn't make you happy, or that you don't make you happy, you can go, well, what can I do? And sometimes you go, wow, I don't think I can do anything. So then you got to tell yourself, like, why am I upset about it if I can't change it? And when you realize you can't change it and you accept it, not feel mad and try to change it, but accept you can't change it, it weirdly be changing on its own. Like, because you're not making it such a big deal. It just is. The same thing with hunger. Like, if I go eat It's not even in my mind anymore. But if I'm hungry and there's no food in proximity, I'm gonna go, well, when I get home, I'm eating big. And then I'm gonna know that. And I'm not gonna spend the day thinking about when I'm get home, I'm gonna eat. Because then you're living in the future. And you're missing out on so much of what's changing around you, despite. Because change is happening regardless of whether you want to heal or not. That's the thing. Change is happening, but you just won't see it. You'll be in a frequency of stagnancy. And I had to learn that this time around, you know, because like I said, I'm in this life that's so different, like, and so the same. It's actually crazy how I'm in the same things, but differently. And I find myself having the same thoughts, and I'm going, why am I still thinking this? And I'm going, oh, wait, you know, it's because this is just how I think. What can I do to change that? And I go, well, this is how I think. Why? Sometimes you have to really dissect yourself, dissect your thought patterns, and ask why. I go, okay, well, I'm having this because of that. Okay, well, what can I do? And if I can't do shit, I go, well, this might just be who I am today. Not who I am. Or not even today. This is who I am at this moment. You know, this is who I am right now. So, that's just that. What can we do? And I've been like, sometimes you have to push through. That's also something that I've been learning on this healing journey, is that you have to push through the thoughts and the emotions from the past in order to create new thoughts and emotions for the future. Like 2 days ago, I woke up, and this has happened to me a month ago, and I realized this happened to me as a kid too, but I realized I just handled it differently. But I woke up 2 days ago, and I was like, bro, like, there is nothing to do. I don't want to make no music. I don't want to do nothing. But I was so, like, bored, though. I was like, oh, this is the worst feeling ever. Like, what can I... So I realized, let me do it anyway. Let me create anyway. What would I want to do if I wanted to do it? Like, if I was on that happy-ass frequency, and even though I'm over here, like, when I was, like, editing a video, I was not obviously in the flow, but then I went and made some music, and out of the blue, like, I didn't realize an hour had went by, and I had gotten to the flow, and then I realized I got into the flow, and I was like, ugh, I'm not feeling it anymore. Closed the book, went to sleep, woke up feeling okay, you know, because sometimes I watch my cat, sure she's not my cat, but I watch this cat that's an outside cat. She just moves to the flow of her own rhythm, you know. She just sits sometimes. I can tell sometimes she gets hot. She moves from one. Like, I can only imagine, like, even with Ushi, my dog Ushi. She's not my dog either, but they be feeling like mine, bro. Ushi gets anxiety. She gets upset. She gets hungry. She gets mad. She begins her own little attitude, and then she goes on. Like, we can't keep staying there, or it will stay with us. We have to heal. We have to accept it and keep it stepping. You know, I mean, of course, it's easier said than done, which is why I've been learning in this journey to be patient with yourself. Be patient with your movements and your mind changes. Be patient with the inconsistencies of self and the consistencies. And when you're inconsistent, try to be consistent. Try to gain control so that one day you won't have to try. You know, I've realized that, like, because I've been in this consistent move of, like, no matter what, just do it. Now I just do it. It's becoming a part of self and just second nature, you know. And even with making music, it's just become like who I am. Like, I just make music instead of me going like, oh, I need to, like, make some music so I can keep making music. I just make it now. It's something that I go to for comfort. You know what I'm saying? I always have, but I guess now I'm just aware of it, and I love that about myself. And now, because I'm healed, it's creating change, you know. Of course, I'm not healed perfectly, and healing is, I think it might be a lifelong thing. Like, I'm realizing why depression exists, because in order to, I mean, of course, like, if you got all that money, and you got great friends, and you got a good environment, everything is perfect, and you are feeling that high frequency, that high, elevation, then you're good. But, you know, sometimes the world puts you in a circumstance where you are surrounded by everything that's not you, and you go, how the fuck am I supposed to keep it stepping when this is my, you know? And that's where you have to go, what do I want? Like, what do I want from this? So what would I want if I was happy right now? What would I do with this if I was the happiest person ever? And sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes I go, I want to relax, you know? That's what I would do. Relax! And that's just as good, because when you accept that you can relax, that relaxation might be exactly what you needed to go to the next step. There's been many times where I was like, I can't do anything, so I stopped. And that pause led to amazing things. Yo, these bugs, bro. Do you hear this? That don't even sound like a bug. That sounds like a whole type of machinery. Alright, that's my sign in this video. But I hope y'all got the gist of why it's good to heal and why it's important to keep moving forward. I had watched this movie called Meet the Robinsons as a kid, and keep in mind, it was at my brother's birthday. We went to this like ice cream spot, and my mom like dropped us off, and we get inside, and we had an option of 2 movies: Meet the Robinsons or Charlie and Chocolate Factory. So I'm like, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, like that's a great movie. My brother's like, absolutely not. Like, I've already seen that. So I'm like, whatever. So we end up watching Meet the Robinsons, and ended up being one of my favorite movies. It's kind of weird how like it changed my life. And even talking about this, I'm remembering like we were eating ice cream, like, whoa, like the whole night is changing. Like, and I remember that place had closed down, and it was like so upsetting for me, because I think it changed my life. But anyway, in the movie, he ends up going through a lot of situations that make him want to stop. But he was literally in his future. If you go watch the movie, he was in his future, and he still wanted to give up. And he had people that he created, not people, but circumstances that if he didn't be who he was, he created, telling him, keep going so that you can be here with us. Isn't that crazy? You got to keep going so that you can be where you want to be. Like, I have to keep going. We got to keep going. And it's like, understanding that, like, it's my motivation. I will keep moving forward. I will keep healing, And when in those low times, in those low moments, you have to either relax or keep going. It's like or take a pause. Sometimes you need to meditate, but don't give up and don't give in to the stress, because that is going to make a ripple of decisions that your past self would have made when that happened. It's amazing how we work, how the world works. I'm learning it. I'll be back with some more talking videos. If y'all like this, comment down below, hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of cool little topics I want to discuss. Talk to y'all soon.